Now let's talk about casting. Who do you think they'll cast as Ganon? What about The Rock?
No. No. I don't want to.
I can see James like face palming right now because I said.
Yeah, no, not The Rock.
Yeah, of
I'm
course
tired
not
of The
The
Rock.
Rock.
I'd rather see Jack Black than The Rock.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm trying to think someone who could like really capture Ganon, and that's what makes it tough.
Well, Sony is producing this movie, so it's probably going to be Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland will be Ganondorf.
I'm surprised they didn't cast Tom Holland as Link.
No, that would have been weird.
Welcome to Off the Console, the hottest podcast where we talk about games, tech news, and much, much more. And today we have special guest Noah from Steam Deck HQ once again. It's funny, every time Noah shows up, Gardner is gone. It's almost like they're never in the same room together.
As I said, I am his sub. Whenever he's not here, that's when I come in.
Yeah,
pick up the slack.
You're subbing for Gardner for today.
Yeah. You can call me Gardner if you want to, but I prefer to go by Noah.
All right, Noah, Gardner. So this week, we also have James from, aka The Brink from Games Revealed, and of course myself, the host, High Tech Low Life. And today we're going to be talking about the Game Awards. Lots of stories coming out about the Game Awards, including the newest indie darling child, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. If you see that as an indie, that is. We're also going to be talking about the crazy Half-Life 3 rumor mill that's been happening this week, as well as the Steam Machine. Lots of concerns regarding the price of the Steam Machine. Other than that, though, we're also going to talk about a crazy little conspiracy theory in Korea that explicitly has to do with games. I don't know if you guys saw that in the doc or not.
I have no idea what we're talking about, so that's going to be new for me.
I think you'll like it because it's really funny. But
I do like comedy.
But anyways, Noah, since you're the guest this week, let us know, what have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing this week? Well, honestly, I have been testing the new Retroid handheld, and I went back and I've been playing a lot of emulation games, and I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy Dissidio 12. And it was my one of my favorite PSP games from way back when, and it's been obsessive. I've been obsessively playing it when I should be testing a lot of other stuff. So that's kind of where I've been. And then I guess Octopath Traveler 0, I've been continuing that. And that's been my two.
What will you do when the Steam Machine comes out? Will you be Steam Machine HQ? SM HQ?
No, but we are going to cover it. I'm excited for it. I think what Valve is doing is something that really needs to be done, especially for the PC gaming ecosystem and just how people might be using it. I do have some worries about the machine itself, and we can go into that later, but I'm definitely going to be getting it. I think I'm going to be getting all of their new hardware that they announced, not just the machine.
Hell yeah, man. All right. What about you, James? What have you been playing this week?
The game of life. Which means responsibilities, insert. Actually release some videos. No, I'm stalling for time. I'm trying to remember what game I played, because I did play some. Mostly playing it on the Legion Go 2, which has a beautiful screen. And so
it must be pretty memorable if you're taking this long to remember it, though.
That, or I maybe stayed up too late playing it, which that'd be sad if I couldn't remember what game I played last night.
That is crazy.
You can always go look at your Steam account, check your library, whatever appears at the top.
I can't say that title. That's not an appropriate title.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
No, I did play a little bit of Stellar Blade on it. I played and beat No, I'm Not Human, that indie game's a pretty fun one.
It's a great
No,
game,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
human. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, no, I'm not a human. It's a critical reflex game, but
Oh,
it's real. I love the design of the people.
It's
Like they hit it out of the park visually.
you know, when you said it was a critical reflex game, I kind of figured out what it was. It was just a not. It's just like a whack, kind of funny. Like I don't want to say funny, but like kind of
I wouldn't say fun.
unusual sort of game.
It unusual, yes. It's
Unusual,
basically,
definitely.
you know, I can describe it, but James, you're the one who played it, so if you
no,
want
I
to
mean
describe
it's a
it, by all
very
means.
it's a very eerie yet sometimes hilarious game where people knock on your door and you have to decide to let them in or not. I'm not going to reveal the whole plot to the whole thing, but you have to decide if you let them in or not to
Mhm.
whether be safe or to compromise yourself. And the people that come up, you have to determine whether or not they're like a visitor. And it can become very uncanny when you're like, I don't know if you're a meth head or if you're just I don't, you tripped and hit your face and now you're, I don't know. It's bizarre. It's such a bizarre game, but it's really fun.
I'd say bizarre is
Yeah.
a good word to describe it.
Yeah. So I streamed that.
You
I
like
like to
that part.
stream more of the indie games on Twitch sometimes because it's just fun. And yeah, I had a fun time with that one.
All right. As for me, I played a new indie game on Steam called Neon Inferno. Just came out like the other day, and it's pretty good. I'm trying to make a little short on it. I'm trying to get footage on it. It is a pretty hard game, all things considered. It's like it's almost like Metal Slug or Contra, almost in a way, but it looks really good.
I know I got an email about it. I recognize the name, so I got an email about it, but I just that's it.
Fan the Deck apparently also owns the game too, and
Everyone is so cool.
yeah, and him and I have pretty similar taste in video games, surprisingly, unsurprisingly. So yes, it's good stuff. Definitely check it out. As for what I've done this week, mostly just argue about people who claim that all the corporations are gonna buy up all the Steam machines, and I've gotten a couple of those comments, and it like here. All right, let me tell you what it's all about. Some people on the internet are worried that if Valve prices this thing too low, that all of the corporations are just gonna buy fleets of Steam machines instead of buying much cheaper fleets of like Dell Optiplexes or whatever for their offices. Like
I
there's no
doubt
world.
that.
Yeah, there's no world where a major corporation that isn't like gaming adjacent would buy a fleet of these instead of like a Dell for their office drones.
I
No,
mean, I could see it, but I think Valve has limitations. They're not just gonna let companies like buy droves of them. You know, I assume they're gonna do the same thing as like the Steam Deck, where you have to have like verified accounts and you can only purchase one, and there's a queue for it. And
I mean, yeah,
I assume they're gonna do. They already have those. Uh, I guess the fundamentals in place already. So why not just utilize them here?
yeah. I
so
mean,
high tech,
yeah. Sorry, James.
high
Go
tech.
ahead. Yes.
How enterprise works is they don't buy from a commercial like system. They wouldn't go in through Steam and buy a bunch.
Yeah.
They would
They wouldn't go through.
request like a contract with Valve and Steam to then contract like 100, 200, whatever amount they want. So even if they did do that, we wouldn't
I
notice
mean,
really.
I know that, but
Yeah,
people on the internet
I
seem to
like
think
my
that.
idea where I can see like, you know, giant companies trying to get onto Steam and buying it
I think that's
commercially.
hilarious.
I
I
mean,
think that image is
if
much
they
better.
wanted to if they wanted to do that, they could go through B2B channels, not like making
They're not going
1,000
to
or
do
so Steam
the thousand
accounts
Steam
for.
accounts.
That's
They would
ridiculous.
probably buy the Steam accounts, not make
It
them.
just seems like a lot of work for an incompetent system that doesn't usually work that well out.
Like I'm
Work
pretty
that well.
sure most IT professionals would choose to buy still choose to buy optiplexes for
I
their
don't want
offices.
Optiplex.
No, I don't think the Steam machine would be a
I
popular
mean, you don't want an
thing for
optiplex, but
Steam.
for your office drones, it probably
I,
makes a lot of sense because they don't really need that much power for like Office
just getting the
365,
Steam
right?
machine.
Yeah. I
Hey, I for one,
Get the
I think they need to put more Steam machines in offices so that like my coworkers or the office people can play games on their break. You know, high tech might not want that, but I want that for you guys.
play games on their break, more like play games
Yeah,
on their
well, that's what
company
you're supposed to
time,
do.
right?
I say I would rather see companies buy up Steam Decks. Just put them in like the break room, put them attached to a wire, just have
That
a
would be
field
cool.
day.
That would be pretty cool. But yeah. I mean, people think that Steam's gonna sell them if they sell for too cheap. Companies are just gonna buy them all, and gamers can't get their hands on them.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
That's
I
not
would
gonna
be
happen.
way more worried about scalpers versus companies.
And if they do we don't hear a lot about. We didn't hear a lot about the Steam Deck scalpers back in the early days, like when there was the reservation queues, right? Like you'd see some eBay entries, but you wouldn't. But like gamers got their Steam Decks, so I would say the reservation system was a
Yeah,
good system.
Valve system
Yeah,
worked
it
well.
took up to what 6 months to get to then fulfill everything, all the reservations to the point where they were taking new reservations, but they were able to fulfill them pretty quickly. They were
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that was brutal though. That wait was real brutal.
oh yeah, you had to be real fast. Thankfully, I think we all were pretty
I
fast,
got
right?
mine like a month and a half after it came out.
Yeah, I think mine was like in the end of April, beginning
Yeah.
of May.
I got mine fairly early, thankfully. But yeah, I think it's time for us to get into the main topic of the day, the Game Awards. So we're gonna be hosting a special watch party for the Game Awards,
That's fancy.
and yes, it's a special a special episode live. So if you want to stick around
Mhm.
and watch during then, we'll let you know what the time is.
If
And
Gardner's
also,
not there, I will be.
okay, you can join us regardless of if Gardner's there or not, if you'd like.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we've ever been in the same room. I don't know if that can happen.
You know what, high
We'll
tech?
make it happen.
All our past guests we should invite and just have a huge party. That would
Dude,
actually
that
be
would
pretty
be
fun.
awesome.
Oh, that's a little crowded.
Yeah.
Only a little crowded.
Just
But
a
oh
slight
yeah,
crowd. Yeah.
oh yeah. But before we get started though, if you like any of our episodes, go ahead and help us out on YouTube. We're trying to hit 1,000 before the end of this year, and also join our Discord server, which we do have in the link down below. And yeah, even if you're listening to this in on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go on YouTube and help us out. It really helps us out. All right, so on to the nominees. First, I'm not gonna vote because I'm an impartial. But here are your nominees for Game of the Year: Clair Obscur Expedition 33, expected. Death Stranding 2, expected. Donkey Kong Donkey Kong Bonanza,
I called it.
kind of expected.
I've been saying for a while it's going to be there.
I can see it.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like I said this and y'all
What?
didn't agree
I
with
don't
me.
think I disagreed.
No, I can see it.
Uh and then here's the interesting thing though. I think the prior years we've had 5
Yeah,
entries, right?
I think they've introduced.
And now we have 2 indie entries. 3 if you count Clair Obscur. More on that later. But yes, we have Hades 2 and Silk Song. And so yeah, that's our Game
I'm
of the Year
curious,
categories.
like, which one of those is your most surprised that's there? I'd probably say Hades too.
Yeah, Hades too. Yeah,
Hades
but
2.
I think it's mostly because it was in
Yeah.
early access and then it just released into 1.0 this year. So technically it released this year, but
Well, I was most surprised that Silk Song released this year at all too, to be honest.
I think yeah, yes, but I'm actually a bit surprised that it's on this list. Like I don't know, it just Silk Song didn't have the same. I didn't feel like it had the same power that Hollow Knight did.
Was it
It
because it's a sequel?
not necessarily. I think it not the sequel part of it. I think just they took so long that a lot of the excitement for me died down. and I just don't feel like I saw as much of a movement for Silksong as I did for Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's been literal years of meme campaigns and harassment on live stream asking for
But
Silksong.
and it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. It didn't have that same. It felt it didn't have the same excitement for me as Hollow Knight did. They took really long with it, and it felt just a little bit too familiar for me. And just I don't know. I feel like there are more exciting, more fresh Metroidvanias that have come out since then, and they just took a little bit too long with it.
That's fair. All right, so but we can all agree that Clair Obscur is going to win Game of the Year, right?
100%.
I hope so.
I'd be shocked
Yeah,
if
it's
it
probably going
didn't,
to win.
just because it's doing so well.
I don't know. I mean, Death Stranding 2 I could see, and I think my second choice that I'd want to win would be Kingdom Come. But, it would be, with how highly regarded it was and still is, I would say it'd be weird if Claire did not win.
Dude, Clair Obscur literally resurrected the dead JRPG genre, man. Like, it resurrected JRPGs. There have literally been no JRPGs between Final Fantasy VII and Clair Obscur, man.
Well, it didn't resurrect it. It made it good again.
No. I'm saying that's what.
Hold the phone. JRPGs were not bad.
That's
How
what the
dare you?
the way the internet speaks about Clair Obscur makes you think that JRPGs are bad and that Persona and
I think
Metaphor was real.
I think your algorithm is a little messed up, because I think there's a lot. Yeah,
A little rage baby.
Is this like pulling from X,
That's
or is this
why-
pulling from a different? Because X, man.
It's
Oh
pulling
yeah,
from
it's
X.
all about rage bait. That's a
Yeah.
rage bait algorithm, man.
Yeah, JRPG fans hate the fact that Clair Obscur got all the attention and this idea that this one game suddenly resurrected a dead genre, even though
It's not
JRPGs
it's
have
not
been
even a
going
JRPG.
on
It's
for
an
a really long time.
RPG.
It's not a JRPG. It's just very stylized, close to what I guess a lot of JRPGs have.
Well, the French are like the Japan of Europe, though. So
Yeah, I've never heard that before, but
They're like the inverse.
no, Claire has a lot of JRPG influence, but it's very much not a JRPG.
It's a really hard one. I'd probably still label it as a JRPG, but it's so French coded. I love it.
I mean,
I would not consider it a JRPG because it has a lot of the it has a lot of the mechanics and some feel to it, but it never 100% feels JRPG to me. There's something that always holds it back from me calling it that. It's an awesome game. It's a wonderful RPG, but JRPG, it just goes a little bit too far for me. I'd say JRPG influence.
Fair enough.
all right. So let's look at the next category: Best Game Direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Split Fiction
Split
win.
Fiction's mine too for the win.
I want Split Fiction to win.
I think
I
Split
could
Fiction
see
should
Claire
win
taking
too.
this as well, but Split Fiction is the one I want.
Yeah, I think Split Fiction is like wholly unique in its design, in its direction, and I think
very
it should
unique.
win.
I don't know if I'd
No.
say it's wholly unique, but creative, absolutely. But it's something that Hazelight has been doing with almost all of their games, starting with oh my god, A Way Out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And and it's very similar for It Takes Two, but it's fantastic. I think they've got a winning
So
formula, and they're
high
still
tech.
very
You haven't
creative.
played Split Fiction, but Noah, have you beat Split Fiction? Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I would say it's very unique. I've never played a co-op game quite like it, to where you meld it through different genres live on the Unreal 5 engine, by the way. So I'll just shout that out. And I played it on the Steam Deck.
I don't know if that matters in game.
No, I know, but that's just more to the people that say Unreal 5 doesn't work on Steam Deck, and it does if it's optimized.
No, Unreal 5 absolutely can work on Steam Deck. It's just up to the developer to optimize it. and a lot of developers don't go
Don't.
far enough.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Let's see. Next category: Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative direction development in a game.
Claire's
You
gonna
got
win.
Clair Obscur, Ghost of Yote, Death Stranding 2, Kingdom
I
Deliverance.
like Silent Hill F's story, but that would be my personally I would like to see win because I really like Silent Hill, but Claire Obscur is gonna win narrative.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
give
so,
it to Clair
too.
Obscur is the one that I think should win too, but a lot of good choices.
Best Art Direction.
Okay, what are we're only seeing like the same 5 games everywhere. What's going on?
That's the
It
Game
is
Awards,
kind of the
dude.
Game Awards.
Yeah, I know. I dislike that. I wish there was more variety. It's Claire's gonna win this one too, but I liked, man, I like Silent Hill's art direction as well. Like I just felt like it had more of an artistic nature to it than like I don't know, Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Well, if
Yeah. No, just real quick.
sorry,
Like
go
Hollow
ahead.
Knight and Hades 2, their art direction is just the same as it was before. I don't really think they changed much. So where
Exactly, and look, it's great, but
even Death
it's the same.
Stranding, similar. Ghost
I
of
think-
Yote is also similar.
Yote-
Clair Obscur is the one that is
Mhm.
the most unique I have played art direction wise in a long time. I think that's why I praise it so much. It's a unique game for me personally. But yeah.
No, Claire will definitely win against the other 4 games. I don't know. I feel like they could have chosen 4
I
other
agree,
better
'cause
games
they're
for it to go
all
up against.
like iterative. These ones are all 4 of those are iterative off something else that didn't change a whole lot. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, Noah, you're friends with Geoff Keighley now, so you can join his cabal of his council of
I've only
judges.
said hi to him like twice.
No, that's more than I've said hi to him. At least 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
at least
guess
2
that's
more
fair.
times. Yeah, so you gotta join Geoff Keighley's cabal of game journalists that nominate these.
You need to
games.
text him right now.
Oh my god! Hold on. Did I just see the same 5 games again?
Yes,
For
best score
the
and music.
same
It's
5.
in different order though. It's different order.
Obviously going to be Claire again.
Well,
but
obviously
come on.
obviously it's in a different order. So
Okay, well that changes everything.
it's people now. It's
Yeah.
Christopher Larkin, Darren Korb,
From the
Lorian
same 5
Testard.
games.
Dude,
I would have
Well-
rather seen Luminous get in here. Luminous's score is fantastic.
all right. Well, as you can see here, Silk Song is first on this list, so it's probably gonna win. That's how we're
Okay.
doing it. That's how it is, right?
That makes more sense. No, I think Claire should definitely be there and it's gonna win, but God, they can't like change things up a little bit.
Let's find out the next category.
Please give me something.
Best audio and sound design.
God. It's 4 games we've seen before, and then Battlefield 6 for audio design.
Multiplayer audio really matters in multiplayer, and I don't think we've seen enough uniqueness. I haven't played Battlefield 6 yet.
Claire's gonna win audio design.
I'm sure
easily.
Claire's gonna win audio design. I think Claire's gonna win every award it's nominated for. We'll
I
talk
don't
about
think
that
it'll-
later.
I don't think it'll win every award it's nominated for, but it's definitely gonna win a good
like
chunk
2/3 of them.
We could see a real Return of the King style sweep here, dudes. And for those of you young enough to not have seen that, essentially, The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King was nominated for every Oscar that it was nominated for that year, and it won every Oscar that it was nominated
Deserved it.
for.
It was so good.
It did deserve it. It's not something you would ever see again because they'll never nominate and let a fantasy movie win ever again because the fucking Oscars are rigged.
That's what it is.
All right. So, next category. Let's see if we have the same 4 or 5 games.
It's gonna have Claire in it.
Okay, at
oh,
least there's
people.
actors. But
3.
look, Expedition 33, Ghosts of Yote, Silent Hill. So technically, most of the same games, but it's actually actors.
I will
so
say,
I don't count that.
Troy Baker's Indiana Jones was crazy good.
It
Troy
was
Baker's-
crazy.
He
fantastic
is. He definitely
actor,
deserves like it's either him or one of the Clair Obscur actors, voice actors, because they did so good.
They're probably gonna
I'm
vote Ben
I
Star again.
like seeing Silent Hill F's actress.
She's the one that
nominated. Though
she's
I
been
thought she was
streaming the
fantastic.
game. Sorry, I don't mean to be cutting you off, but like she's been
Yeah.
streaming the game. I think over the past few like month or something like that. So that's interesting.
It's good stuff. It's a hard choice for actors, to be honest.
No, I could honestly see any of these guys winning.
And they all deserve the win if they win it.
I
to be
agree with that.
honest. Let's see what's next. Innovation and accessibility.
Oh, thank Christ! It's 5
I'm
different
upset.
games.
Where's
they
Clair?
are all
Where's Clair
different.
Obscur? Come on.
I-
No, I'm just. I mean,
For accessibility.
Accessibility.
I think, say what you will about Ubisoft, they have been pioneering accessibility in their games, though. Like, they have been really great about making sure there's a bunch of accessibility options, and same with Microsoft. So I think it'll probably either be Assassin's Creed or Doom. But I would like to see Assassin's Creed win here because Ubisoft really has been crushing it with accessibility.
Dude, you can't say Doom the Dark Ages is from Gardner. He doesn't like that game.
Well, that's why he's not here. I'm the sub.
Fair enough. I do want to pick up Assassin's Creed Shadows when it's on a deeper
Same.
discount, though.
It's a really great game
South of-
too. I'm
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Switch 2 port because I want to do some comparisons and see which is going to be the better experience. But if going
Is there a
based
Switch 2
off
port?
of Outlaws, Switch 2 will probably be a great way to play it.
It probably will. It'll probably will for like 9 out of 10 ports because the games actually get optimized on Switch 2 as opposed to
Yeah.
the Steam Deck, where it kind of just runs the full fat PC version with no
That's fair.
optimizations.
That's fair.
Next up, games for Impact. 5 new games that we haven't seen before either,
We
except
just
for
saw
South of Midnight.
What do you mean?
Okay, 4 new games we've never seen in South of Midnight. I don't know. Wait, what is this for? Games for Impact? For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
I haven't played a lot of these, but
Yeah, I don't.
I would say Lost Records was like the one that impacted me the most of all. Like
It kind of
that's the
looks
one
like
that
Stranger
stuck out to me.
Things.
Yeah, it does. South of Midnight and Wonderstop, I've played both of those. I haven't beat either one of them, but South of Midnight I actually do think deserves some recognition on like some of these.
Agreed.
It
South of Midnight
from
is
art
great.
style alone should have been on some of these lists. I think it's a really good art style.
That would have been better to be on like
I
art
agree with that.
direction.
Yeah.
I agree because it.
Wonderstop also is like, I don't know, impact wise probably not so much, but like it is a very cozy game. I quite like it.
Yeah.
I don't like cozy games, so
Well,
I'm gonna have to disagree
I lead a
with you,
very
but let's-
stressful life with 2 kids, and so every once in a while just to sit down, have a
My
cup of
life-
coffee.
Very stressful. I need
I play Doom to stress out more, and it's fun, or to like, well, I don't know, whatever. It's a very non-stressful game for me, but like I play stress-oriented games, and then I have to play something to calm me down.
and that's
Yeah, it is.
Wonderstop right there.
All right. Next category: best ongoing game.
I love seeing No Man's Sky continue to show up here. They have been crushing it. Like Fortnite's gonna win, but No Man's Sky deserves recognition for how many free updates they have for a game that's been out for over 10 years.
These are pretty decent choices.
Actually, when did
Marvel
No Man's
Rivals, I
Sky
think, is
come
the
out?
newest one. So we don't know what's going to happen in the future because remember Overwatch 1 was really good, and then people started hating Overwatch 1. But that was probably because they've been playing too much Overwatch, to be
Or
honest.
they're just an Overwatch player. I think that just might be the problem.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm making
That
fun
is
of
true.
myself because I loved Overwatch,
Oh.
and I still kind of like it, but Helldivers 2 is the pick for me.
See, I still think Fortnite is gonna win just because they've been crushing it. They've been continually crushing it ever since they went free to play with the battle royale.
Simpsons also,
So, I think
like it's a
good.
huge audience.
The Simpsons also,
Yeah.
yeah. Every time the crossover happens, they're just going to get a massive
Yeah.
audience.
They just
some
did like
point-
the Simpsons crossover. I think that's nuts that they were able to pull that off.
Well, I mean, they already did Family Guy. What's next? Bob's Burgers, American
They did
Dad.
that.
Oh, they did Bob's Burger already?
Bob Burger's in the game, yeah.
Oh shit!
They've
I don't
done
know what.
everything
Well,
at this
South Park.
point.
No, I don't know. I think they did. There was a leak that showed they're going to do a SpongeBob crossover.
Oh well, that's kind of
That's surprising
to
that
be
hasn't happened
expected.
yet.
What's not,
Really?
What? Yeah,
SpongeBob?
of course.
dude?
It's
SpongeBob's
like
like in
8-year-olds
everything
to
now.
like
Yeah.
40-year-olds play Fortnite.
Okay, I get that, but I don't know if I would say SpongeBob is expected.
Oh, it's expected.
Like, yeah,
Alright.
it's popular and it makes sense, but
It's
is it
expected.
expected?
When it comes to Fortnite, everything's
Yeah, exactly.
expected. Like how we should expect South Park to be coming soon.
I'm sure it will at some point.
I mean,
I'm
they're
sure
gonna
it
have a
will.
collab with High Tech soon, so
They're supposed to have a collab
That's
with Kill. They're having a collab with Kill Bill of all things soon.
Kill Bill.
that one makes way more sense than SpongeBob.
I don't know, man. SpongeBob's family friendly and Kill Bill's like the opposite.
Yeah, and Fortnite is filled with guns and you're shooting people. Tell me what part of that's family
shoot
friendly.
it.
The part
Yeah.
where all the kids
You
play.
you play as a family.
That's not what's family friendly.
I play with my kids. It's family friendly. It's a family game.
Okay, got it.
All right. We gotta move on. Next category: best community support. Baldur's Gate 3.
That one it'll be Baldur's Gate or No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I
For
agree with that.
community
Helldivers
support?
2 does deserve like a runner up, but I don't know. Like those other two have been killing it.
Helldivers 2 does well. Fortnite is just Fortnite. I don't know if I'd say community support wise they are like on point. But I
We
feel
shall
like
see.
Baldur's Gate and No Man's Sky really go over and above. I think Baldur's Gate has been starting to die down a little bit because they haven't been updating it as much. But No Man's Sky, again, crushing it with constant updates.
The gamers yearn for Baldur's Gate 4.
I mean, Helldivers 2.
Jesus. We barely just got Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, and it's a massive game too. No, Helldivers 2, they
Yeah. Well, that's Larian for you. Larian is like the king of those kinds of games.
No, I mean, I don't know much about the Final Fantasy and the Fortnite kind of support. I mean, Fortnite, of course, always is trying to support the community, but like Helldivers 2 has like that SAST that they have, along with supporting all these weird campaigns. Like they really drive a lot of uniqueness in game to where you want to keep on coming back every month. But beyond that, yeah.
I don't know if that's what community support means.
It doesn't fully, but they also it bridges out into the community too, though. It's weird. Helldivers 2 is a weird one.
Well, you know, some of these definitions are kind of. I mean, this one here is pretty plain and simple, but like we've seen cases where Dave the Diver was nominated for best indie, and clearly it's not an indie game.
Yeah, that one is
We'll be talking about that later too. By the way, best independent game. Absalom, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Hades 2, Silksong.
Look, I love Supergiant games. I don't know if I can still consider them a traditional indie dev. Like they are much bigger than the usual indie dev. And Team Cherry, the reason they took so long with Hollow Knight Silksong is because they could afford it because Hollow Knight was such a success.
And there's still only like 3 people, right?
Yeah.
And I think
there's only
only 3
there's only like
people,
3. Here's the problem with all this. Like
for Silksong?
Yeah, Team Cherry as a whole, I believe, is just 3 guys.
I thought Team Cherry was more than just 3 people.
That's my understanding. It's only 3 people. They probably use some contracting.
I could be the one that's wrong, but I didn't think so.
So
yeah, according to the website, 3 guys. Here, let me pull it up.
It's probably 3 guys, but they probably did do some contracting. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they have like other people for localizations and stuff, but like the principal team is just 3 guys.
Even still, I don't know. Like if we're talking about which ones I would like to win for indie game, it's gonna be Ball X Pit or Blueprints. Like I like Clair Obscur just as much as the next guy, but I felt like Ball X Pit and Blueprints were both very unique, and I haven't really experienced anything like either of those games. Whereas every other one of these, I've played something similar to it.
I like Absalom.
Absalom is great too, but I've played games like Absalom before. Ball X Pit turning like a Brick Breaker Galaga into a roguelike, and Blueprints basically making this giant puzzle where it expands across around an entire mansion and outside of it, and it's so intricate.
Blueprints
and I
would
love it.
be like if you want to go with the truest sense of like up and coming indie or an indie where it's like just a few people, Blueprints is the one for me. Beyond that though, like a breakout, and they need to we need better definitions for this to split out what indie really means, because I also think Clair Obscur, yes, is it an independent game? Did they have to probably sacrifice some stuff to make it? I think so, but it is a 33 person team. Like, still very impressive.
It's yeah.
Is that why
No,
it's called
no,
Expedition
for
33?
what they've made,
No, that's not why it's called
absolutely. But again, like for my definition of best independent game, I would say Ball X Pit or Blueprints would be what I want to see win.
High Tech.
Yes.
You need to play Expedition
Yes.
33, so you understand what the 33 means.
I will.
You haven't played it yet?
I will.
Oh,
But
man.
when when it came out, another game I was interested in came out, 100 Line. And that was a really good game.
So good too.
I don't
It
know.
was so
I
good.
think I remember him just wanting the 100% Bolatro again. I think that was what was going on.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I was trying to do that, but then it couldn't happen because, you know, it's kind of an insane
100 Line.
situation. Yeah, 100 Line too.
That's
Has 100 endings too.
It
And
does.
I still haven't gotten all of them too. I feel like
Such a good game.
man, there's so many good games this year.
I know. It's really unfortunate that we can't like really highlight them all.
But, do we agree that Clair Obscur shouldn't be classified as an indie?
I think it should be. We should define indie a little bit more first, because technically, I would say Clair Obscur is an independent game. But what's the definition of like an indie studio? Because like they say outside the traditional publisher system, and then
Baldur's Gate 3
technically all of
is
these would
also-
fit. But at the same time, what define traditional publisher system? Like Kepler Interactive is a big publisher too. Raw Fury is also pretty big. Devolver Digital is big.
Emu is big.
a good size. The only two games here where it's outside traditional publisher system is Hades 2 and Silksong because it's self-published.
Damn, that is true.
So
right.
I disagree with their definition of best independent game, because now it sounds like now that I read it, it sounds like they're trying to say, oh, well, as long as it's not a traditional publisher, so you could technically say self-publish, but all of these other publishers are traditional publishers.
Would you say Capcom is self-published because they develop all their games in-house and aren't having other people publish their games?
No, because they're a giant studio, so I wouldn't.
They're self-published,
yes,
but they're not. But they're a traditional.
They're not independent.
They've
not by this definition.
All right. So next category. This is where things get a little spicy. Best debut indie game.
There's only 4 games here?
Or yes. And we'll talk about the missing...
Oh, yeah, because Megabonk, but like, really? I think Megabonk should have stayed. If we're talking about best debut, I would like to see Blueprints or Dispatch win.
Oh, I haven't played Dispatch yet. I haven't. I bought it, but I haven't played it yet. But
it's probably going to be Clair Obscur, to be honest. That's just what it's going to be. I think Clair Obscur is going to win every award it's been nominated for.
I don't think it's going to win every award. I really would like to see Blueprints win the debut indie or
we're only halfway.
Dispatch is fantastic.
I could see Dispatch.
We're only halfway through the topic, so we're just gonna go through these. We're gonna rush a little bit. Let's see: best mobile game: Destiny Rising, Persona 5, Sonic Rumble, Uma Musume, and Wuthering Waves. I think Wuthering Waves is gonna win.
I hope so. I've been getting really into it.
Uma Musume is a close second because people like horse girls.
That's that game.
I've been a fan of Wuthering Waves though. I've been
best
really
AR VR: Alien, Arkin, Ghost Town, Deadpool VR, Midnight Walk.
I don't really have any of these, so
yeah, same. Gardner would know, but Gardner.
I don't think Gardner plays that many new VR AR games. By the way,
that's true. He's only played, I believe, Half-Life Alyx, and
I think he's played more than that. But Yeah, I haven't played it either. I haven't.
Best action
I
game: Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades
That's
2.
okay. Like I
Sorry.
have a VR. I was gonna say some stuff on that, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm just trying to rush through these topics.
I think I would like to see Doom or Ninja Gaiden win. I love Ninja Gaiden, so I that's one I'd like to see win.
My bet's on Ninja Gaiden 4 as well. I hope that wins. But Doom is probably going to win, though, to be honest. Even though it's kind
Yeah,
of divisive for some people, like Gardner.
I think when it comes to pure action, Ninja Gaiden wins out though.
I agree. See, best action adventure.
Give me Split
All these
Fiction.
games. All right, Split Fiction.
That's what I want.
All right,
I
what about
want
you?
to see Split
What about
Fiction.
you, James?
It's probably going to be Indiana Jones, but Split Fiction's the one I want to win.
Fair enough. Best RPG. It's gonna be Clair Obscur. Like,
Yeah.
Monster
No,
Hunter Wilds. What is that doing there? That's not an RPG.
I guess you
You
could
could classify
technically
it that
classify
way,
as an RPG. If I had to choose from these, though, I would love to see Kingdom Come win. Just based on an RPG sense, Kingdom Come beats out most of these games.
Fair enough. Let's see. Fighting game. See, here's my category that really irks me because 3 of these are re-releases or like compilations. Like you got
Yeah, that's
Capcom Fight
true. It'd really
Collection.
be 2K, 2XKO, and Fatal Fury.
I want Fatal Fury to win,
Yeah.
but it's probably going to be 2XKO because of the arcane hype. Even though 2XKO was not a completed game, it's still like in active development. And by
Wait,
active development, I mean
it's not a
it's like
fully
early,
released game.
like it's like an early access, I believe.
It's an early access. What do
It's
they
free to
have?
play though.
82 and shit on there, but they waited until that was out of early access, and then 2XKO is in early access.
I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. I want Fatal Fury to win though. It was a complete game
Fury's
out of the
great.
box. Let's see. Best family. No.
Clair Obscur.
Wait. Lego Voyager's released?
Who said Clair Obscur?
Lego Voyager's released? That's that really cool Lego game that we
that's been out for a while.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I would like to see Lego Party win. I thought Lego Party was fantastic, but I think it's either going to be Mario Kart or Donkey Kong.
I think that's fair. It's Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, I want to say Mario Kart's probably gonna win.
But I think Lego Party has some great ideas that separate it from like Mario Party, and I liked it more.
What is it on like the Switch too?
Let's see.
It's on.
They're
I believe
both on the
it's on the Switch too, but it's on Steam as well.
See, next.
I reviewed it off the Steam copy.
Best sim strategy. We've got Final Fantasy Tactics, Jurassic World, Civilization, Tempest Rising, The Altars, 2 Point Museum. My money is on Final Fantasy Tactics.
My money's actually on The Altars. Final Fantasy Tactics is great, don't get me wrong, but it is a re-release. I think best like simulation strategy of these games,
Altars is also the one I would pick too on this. I think it has a good chance. Sid Meier's is a good like name to everything, to itself, but I don't think this was a good release.
I don't think the game was good enough to win.
It has the name, but I think Altars definitely should win.
Yeah.
All right, best sports racing. Wow.
I think it's gonna be. I would personally. I would like to see Rematch win. I think it's a fantastic game, but I think it's gonna be Mario Kart.
I think it's gonna be Mario Kart too.
That's a hard one. Mario Kart was really fun actually, but I wouldn't. It's great. It wasn't.
It's great, but it's not $80.
Oh, that's a hard one.
No.
My kids might say otherwise, but money doesn't matter to them.
Bring them on the podcast.
Right?
Let's debate.
It would not be a good debate.
Adults versus kids. You'd be like, you're grounded.
That doesn't work.
Best multiplayer.
Arc.
Arc Raiders.
Arc is
Arc
it's
Raiders
almost guaranteed
sure,
to be Arc, if not Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 has been the best selling game. But
see, you know what I want? I want an upset. Bring in Peak.
Peak is really good.
I want Peak to win. Peak is amazing. I think it's a fantastic game. Arc Raiders
Dude,
isn't bad, but like I don't know. Peak was just unique.
dude, Arc Raiders is that game that Shroud claims should have been nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah,
But like,
he's wrong.
yeah, Shroud is wrong.
He's wrong. I'm sorry. There's a reason why Game of the Year doesn't usually have multiplayer games. Nothing wrong with them. It's just
Unless it's
not.
Overwatch 1.
Was Overwatch 1 a Game of the Year nominee?
It was the Game of the
Yeah.
Year winner that year.
Was it? Yeah, but that was also I would consider Overwatch a groundbreaking game for the time. I would not say Arc Raiders
Yeah.
is groundbreaking.
It's really good.
Best adaptation.
Yeah, this I disagree with this list. Like Last of Us is fine though. I don't think adaptation is. Haven't they moved away from the game, like Last of Us TV series?
They also did that with Devil May Cry. Actually, I think they've. I haven't seen Until Dawn, but I
Yeah, I didn't even
believe
know Until
all of
Dawn
these
had
really.
a movie version.
Yeah, it just came out this year apparently.
It did okay.
Yo, Sonic.
Yeah,
Where's Sonic
3
3?
should be there.
Yeah, Sonic 3 should be there.
Sonic 3 would have been my winner. My
I
choice.
would easily
100%.
replace Devil May Cry with Sonic 3.
I would easily replace any of these with Sonic 3.
All the
honestly.
ones that I watched.
Like Last of Us Season 2? No. Like we don't need the Season 2. Sonic 3 should
Yeah.
Wait for Cyberpunk Edge Runner Season 2 to come out.
That's going to be on there 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I'll just say Sonic 4.
Most anticipated game.
GTA 6.
GTA 6.
There's no competition.
Yo, imagine
I'm personally excited for all of these, but GTA 6 is going to win that. Easily.
Yo, imagine if Geoff Keighley's on the stage. He's like, most anticipated game is, and then the lights cut off, and then you just hear the dun dun, like the Valve sound.
And then it's a Minecraft movie too.
Because he likes to troll.
Wow. All right. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite so.
That'd be funny. He just sets it all up. There's no way Half-Life 3 is coming in.
Oh, okay. Let's not go that far.
Yeah. All right, but GTA, we can all agree GTA 6 in this list, it's like, it's no competition.
Yeah, for other people. For me, it's either going to be Resident Evil or Witcher 4.
Content Creator of the Year. Okay, let's see.
I don't care about any of these guys.
It's probably between Moist Critical and Sakura Miko, but, well,
Moist Critical is going to be my choice on that one.
Let's see, Best Esports Game.
I mean, isn't it usually like League of Legends?
It's usually League of Legends or Valorant.
For what?
It's usually the same games, to be honest.
I crushed it with esports.
Yeah, I'm Best Esports Athlete.
All
two fighting game
great.
2 fighting game players this year. My money's on either Menard or Kakeru.
I'm gonna say Brock because I like his name. Or Chovy. Chovy's a great name too.
Let's see what's next. Best esports team. I don't care about any of these guys.
All right.
Players. Oh, a category that you can actually vote for.
30 nominees.
It opens up on December the 1st.
That's not now.
All right. So now that we've gone through all the nominees, let's start with the first actual story. Clair Obscur is the most nominated game in the Game Awards history.
Understandable.
Because primarily, I think it's primarily because it also qualifies as an indie game, quote unquote.
Is it taking into account that they have 3 nominations for like the best performance? Because they have 3 actors from the game in that one category. So are they counting that as 3 separate nominations?
I don't think so, because only one of them can win.
Yeah, but still they're talking about nominations, not wins.
A record 12. Damn.
I mean, that's fantastic. I think Clair Obscur, whether it's an indie game or not, absolutely deserves the recognition.
Personally, I feel like I'm a little miffed that it's considered an indie game. They didn't do this for Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3 has been
Would you consider Larian an indie?
But they've been making games for a while. So I will say this right now. I would give an exception to Clair Obscur just because their story and kind of it's their first debut, and that they broke away from Ubisoft.
Yeah, but didn't the some of the people at the studio at Sandfall, didn't they work at other studios before too?
Like before Ubisoft even, or like between
No, before
Ubisoft and
Sandfall. Like they have
Yeah, I don't think
experience.
that's not what indie means though.
No, but I'm just saying because like I think I don't know about look if we should look at past experience when we're talking about independent studios. I actually think the definition that the Game Awards has is actually a good definition where they fall outside the traditional publisher system. And, they're a smaller studio. But that's another reason why like I don't know if I would say Clair Obscur is an indie game based on that definition because they were published by Kepler.
I mean, at what point does the whole like indie publisher thing like that alone seems kind of like an oxymoron of sorts. Like,
A little a little
let's look at
bit.
the music.
I think a publisher who focuses on independent studios, I mean, isn't that technically all publishers when they do third party?
No.
Maybe, but like let's look at the music industry, how they define quote indie music. Because in the music industry there are three major music publishers, and anyone outside of that is considered indie.
Hmm.
Like DistroKid is not one of the big three, so that would be considered indie, for example.
I mean,
So I think that's what they're getting their definition from.
I can understand that, but I just don't know if I agree with that definition. Because when we first started talking about like indie games, it's usually started with like games that were solo developers and they were self publishing, very independent games.
Like
I
Cave
think one of
Story.
the first that I remember was Braid. And it was fantastic for the time as well. And I love the story. The whole twist was just phenomenal.
Speaking of Braid, have you seen the Soldier Boy review on Brave? On Braid?
Soldier Boy?
Yeah, he did a.
Oh God, I avoid that guy like the plague.
Dude,
I
it's the
I
funniest
very
video.
much
It's
dislike
the
him.
funniest video on
Oh
Braid.
boy.
Period. I'll link it to you later. We already watched it on the channel. It was awesome.
Oh boy.
Well, it was because we were talking about the Soldier Boy consoles, like I think not last week, but the week before.
No, so I guess when it comes to Claire, I think based on their definition of traditional publisher system or outside of it, it would not be qualified. But I do think that as this is a new studio, it should be their debut title. And I could see it being technically independent, but it again, like based on the Game Awards definition, I would say anyone from those publisher systems that are more popular, even if they are indie publishers, like they're still part of the traditional publisher system.
Which brings in the question, if you guys recall, Megabonk was actually nominated for Best Debut Indie, and
I
he
think
withdrew.
like I think I respect why he withdrew, but I do believe that he should have stayed in because this again calls into question the same thing that we just talked about like prior experience because wasn't his whole reason for dropping out being that he has made games before, just this is under a different name?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
his thing.
So to me, I disagree with that because he didn't market this game under his old name, which could be associated with a bigger game. He basically just got rid of his entire history to just focus on Megabonk. It would be the same reason why like Clair Obscur is made up of former Ubisoft developers. Yet that should be still considered a debut indie game. I'd say this is even bigger. This should be more considered as a debut indie because there is no we have no idea of his prior experience. This was a fully released game from an unknown person. So I think Megabonk
Well,
should have stayed.
here's the thing with So for those who don't know, there's a running theory that Vetinad, the developer of Megabonk, is actually a pretty a pretty big content creator that goes by the name of Danny. And Danny Dev has made games like Crab Game. So if the theory is to be believed, then they have a very successful indie game right here, Crab Game.
Yeah, but the difference is he whether or not he made that, we don't know. He did not market or publicize that he was a former developer at all. So when we were purchasing the game, when we were seeing it appear in its publicity, we had no idea who this developer was. All we know is that it's a solo developer, self-published, and he did not use, or they did not use, any prior publicity that they may have gotten to help sell the game.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's a difficult situation. Geoff Keighley did confirm this, and apparently he's been in contact with the dev, and the dev has provided, sufficient proof that. So, I mean,
I just don't. I think. I think. I don't know.
it's a
That
big
one's a tough
question.
one because at the same time, I agree that like it's technically not his debut title if he's made other games in the past, but I still feel like he should be nominated because we had no idea.
Yeah, but he says he doesn't feel right about it.
I think
So,
that's fair though, because at the same time, it's technically not their debut title.
yeah.
So
So
I
now it's a
I
category
respect
with
it.
4
Yeah.
nominees instead of 5, which is a bit of unusual these days, but yeah.
Well,
I don't know,
I
man.
still think it's unusual that some nominees have 5, some have 6. So why not go down to 4 too? And that's like,
Yeah, why not make everything 6, to be honest?
yeah, that would just make things easier.
Yeah, people would get less pissed that their favorite game got what's the word?
And there's so many games that keep releasing every year. How are we still limiting this much? Like you brought it up before, but I think 100 Lines should have been there.
I don't know. Geoff Keighley probably just wants the show to move forward. Remember the whole wrap it up situation? That'd be a
Yeah, I
lot
get
worse if
it.
there were 6 nominees, and also the venues would have to accommodate
Yeah, don't they
extra
also with the
studios, even
nominees
though
and
it's.
I don't know, do they pay for them to come to the venue or at least something?
I'm sure they
Uh,
do. I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they pay for
So
some of it.
these types of shows,
I'm sure they pay for like the indies
yeah.
for sure. I don't know if they
Yeah,
pay for
probably not the big studios, but
probably not
indies
like
definitely.
Capcom or anyone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they also have it also takes place in LA, and a lot of the big studios have LA buildings, so they don't have to go too far. Like Square Enix has one of their headquarters is in California. So,
Yeah. All right, so let's move on from the Game Awards. Let's talk about the other big news of the week, the Half-Life 2 rumor mill.
you mean Half-Life 3?
Half-Life 3, sorry. So Half-Life 3 was rumored to be announced sometime between the 18th and 19th. And of course that
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Is
And
this whole Half-Life 3 stuff. Look, I would like to see the game as much as the next guy, but I do not trust any of these insiders when it comes to when it's going to be announced. Valve will announce it when they announce it. That's just kind of what they do.
Yeah. I think it's still interesting to try to predict, but don't get your hopes up. If you want to predict something for fun, sure, go for it, but don't get your hopes up too much. I think it's better to do more time frames of like
I
years.
wouldn't.
Like it,
Yeah. I think Valve will do something with Half-Life again. It's just we don't know
I
when that's
mean,
going to be.
I remember many years ago there was this whole situation with Duke Nukem Forever as well until that actually
I think
released,
that's a very
and
different
it's kind of a
situation. It was
dog
very
shit game.
public that it was being developed and being handed off to multiple studios. Like, yeah, that was more or less is going to be completed and and released. Where Half Life is like secretly being developed, and we know that it's being worked on. And we know that they've worked on Half Life on and off for Half Life 3 honestly has been worked on for a decade plus. I mean, that's what Half Life Alyx rolled out. It was originally parts of Half Life 3 Well, it rolled out as Half-Life Alyx. Half-Life Alyx has the ending the ending for episode 2 of Half-Life 2 was rewritten with Half-Life Alyx release to specifically really showcase that there's going to be a Half-Life 3. I mean, I don't know how else you could say that there's not going to be a Half-Life 3.
No, there's definitely going to be a Half-Life 3. Just I don't think we could ever predict when.
So some people have made conspiracy theories claiming that Valve has told different insiders different things so that people can't predict accurately when they'll be announcing Half-Life 3. Now that
I
sounds like
mean,
a
that could
conspiracy
be the
theory if I've ever.
case. I don't know.
I don't know.
That'd be funny.
Some people have also claimed that. Some people also say that we'll be seeing it during the Game Awards. If that happens, that'd be crazy. But I don't.
I doubt that. This is Valve we're talking about. I mean, they don't even like publicly. What's the word? Like they don't start like talking up or promoting their announcements before they're going to just announce it. Like other than the like leaks basically, and then people watching the Steam database and the whole Komodo store, I don't think that Valve just kind of announced the Steam machine, Steam frame, and Steam controller just out of nowhere.
Right.
Valve has been known,
and
or at least Gabe has been
which-
known to work with the Game Awards. So
Yeah, remember they used to give out free Steam decks during the Game Awards. Remember the epic speech given by Christopher Judge? That he gave out
that
a few
did
extra
happen
Steam
once.
decks.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
happened
not.
twice.
I would doubt it. I think Valve will just do what.
well, I
Valve
mean, that
wants
could be
to
a part of it. Valve's going to do what they're going to want to do. You can't predict it
But-
very well, and so could they do
Exactly.
it?
But that's what I
Maybe,
mean.
but I think it's kind of copium at this point, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I think it's more. I think.
I'd
Yeah, I
rather
mean.
see Kingdom Hearts 4 at the Game Awards.
Well, hold on now.
I know. I like Kingdom Hearts though.
We know Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming.
I know. I
If
just
we-
want a
if-
new gameplay trailer.
I don't know what the hell Square is doing. I think they're too busy working on the Final Fantasy VII trilogy, the remake trilogy, I should say. Oh,
I mean, they are working on it. Yeah, that's true.
So there's a lot of discussion surrounding whether or not the Steam machine is powerful enough, or whether or not the Steam machine is going to be priced well. So Valve claims that the Steam machine will outperform 70% of all current gaming PCs.
To be honest, I mean, Valve would know. They constantly do the hardware surveys.
Yes, let's look at the hardware survey for this past month too.
They would definitely know.
So this is in October. Windows 11, 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know why it's called Intel CPU speeds, but
Yeah, right. I remember looking at that. I was like, okay.
But yeah, 2.3 to 2.69, 6 cores, a 3060, but 8 gigs of VRAM. I do find it interesting.
The 8 gigs in the 6 core CPU is about the same, or it is the same actually, and then 16 gigs of system RAM as well.
Yes. So it claims it's going to outperform 70% of current gaming PCs, and I'm willing to believe it. The big question though is, will it run at 4K 60 with FSR, as Valve claims? Because that's a huge, lofty claim.
I think that claim is exaggerated.
I mean, with upscaling,
like I think it will be able to do some, but definitely not like a majority of the newest games.
I find it crazy that Valve would even say that, because like
Yeah.
they didn't do that with the Steam Deck at all. I mean, they showed AAA games running on the Steam Deck before it released, but they never said it would run at 60 FPS.
They are known to exaggerate. I mean, look at the whole verified system. They definitely exaggerate. And I think this is another one of their exaggerations.
Lord. There's going to be a Steam machine verified too. It's going to be a huge confusing mess, because now all those testers are going to...
At least I can confidently say any Steam Deck verified game should be a dream on the Steam machine. So as long as...
Yeah, I think... All right, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they should test on the Steam Deck. If it works well on Steam Deck, runs well, all that stuff, they should just skip Steam machine testing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I guess so.
And like if you have a
based
game
on power, unless the Steam machine has like other things it might be testing for, like how well it is at like larger screens, because like the
That's
Steam
a
like
machine
big
is a
kicker,
computer,
is that a
so
lot of people have 4K TVs. I'd be shocked if there's not more people that have 4K TVs than 4K monitors. So because they're just so cheap, they're
Oh,
so
oh, for
cheap, and
absolutely.
so
sure,
and it might
for
default on a lot
sure.
of games to the 4K settings. And so with the new FSR4 with upscaling,
They might have to double check, like they might have to double check default graphic settings.
Yeah, I would definitely do so.
I could see that.
So also, uh, the other main question, of course, is not performance, but actually price.
Yeah,
And there
this
was a
one I
WAN
have thoughts on.
in Linus Tech Tips in a recent WAN show. It was a very viral, explosive clip. Here's what he said: I can't tell you what the price will be because I literally don't know. When I said I'm disappointed that it isn't going to follow a console pricing model where it's subsidized by the fact that the manufacturer is going to be taking 30% of every game sold on it over the lifespan of this thing, because I feel like that would be a more meaningful product. They asked what I meant by console price, and I said $500. Nobody said anything, but the energy in the room wasn't great.
So thinking about this, I think the whole 30% cut, while I'd still agree that Valve should eat it and sell it for cheaper and take that 30% cut, I can understand why they're hesitant to do that. I can see why they would do it more with the Steam Deck, because that was like it's a brand new device, and it started this handheld PC market. But a lot of these people, when they're buying games, they usually already have Steam accounts, so they may not be buying new games. They may just be
Mm.
continuing their buying trends and just playing on the machine. um
I
but at the same time, they're still buying games off of Steam, and they're still making money, and there's people that might buy more. But like technically, like take me for instance. Like I have a library of 4,000 plus games. I could buy a Steam machine and not buy any more Steam games, and I'd still have a huge library to
True,
go
but
through.
that's not the common gamer. Like they have this, they have all
No.
the stats for this, and they do reveal them most of the time. And people keep on buying games even if they have never touched games. And so, statistically
It's
wise,
true.
it would be crazy to say that it wouldn't be a smart move to sell this at a. No, I don't even think the Steam Deck
Yeah,
was at a
Though
loss,
I
but
still feel like
yeah.
most it wasn't that
I don't
weren't
even.
there multiple like weren't there multiple surveys as well that were saying that more people are buying like one or two new games, but they mostly spend their time and money on ongoing games, kind of like Fortnite.
Yes, and no.
So
It's a
Yes
technicality on
and
that, I
no.
think. But there's always going to be people buying more and more games. Valve is, I mean, Steam is making more and more money
that's
every
true.
year. They
That's true, but let me ask you this: if you have a Steam Deck and you have a giant desktop PC and you buy a Steam machine, are you going to buy more games because you have a Steam machine?
depends. I might buy more games for my kids for it. At the end of the day, though,
I think, but do you think the person that has,
I
let's
don't
say,
think this is geared towards
has a
them, though.
Steam
I
account,
don't
has a
think it's geared
Steam,
towards the
like
person
a
that
Yeah,
has
this isn't.
a massive PC. I think this is going to be a good
This
entry
isn't
level to
really.
PC gaming, just like Steam Deck kind of was, but it was more of an entry for even PC gamers into
yeah,
portable gaming.
but if it's priced too high, I don't think entry level people are going to want to
I've
dive
had
into something like
three
this.
Which is
people in my
what.
life that don't
Yeah.
buy PCs reach out to me and they're like very interested. Even if I'm like, hey, be careful, it might even be $800. They're still interested in it. Now that's anecdotal.
So
I
It's
mean, and that's
anecdotal,
great, but
but I think people will be interested in this depending on how they sell it. So
look, I'm not saying people won't be interested. But I do think a lot of the hype around it will start to die down if it's
I
priced
agree
too
with that.
high.
I agree. So Valve is at a crossroads here, in my opinion. Valve will either, and it really calls into question what Valve really wants to do. Does Valve want to make profit on the hardware, or does Valve want to spread Steam? Because it seems like at this point, Valve's not going to be able to do
If
both.
if
Because
they could do $500 for entry level for the 512 gigabyte version of it, I think they'd make a killing. I think that would be a console killer at that point for 500 to get into the PC gaming ecosystem. Absolutely.
I do
Um,
agree. I think that Valve should, at the very least,
mhm.
subsidize. Because I get it. Yes, not every person is gonna buy, and not every person that buys a Steam machine will even like buy Steam games. Some people will, admittedly, buy it just to do emulation, or I guess buy or use it as a PC,
I
and that's something that
as
some people
much as
do.
I honestly doubt that people would buy a Steam machine to just do
There'll be a few
emulation
people
though.
that do it.
Like there are much cheaper
Like
things to get that could
so,
just do
that's actually one
emulation.
of some other people's concerns is that people will just buy Steam machines and not buy Steam games, like because they're not
I don't think.
guaranteed. Like, yeah,
No,
it doesn't seem.
nothing is guaranteed. Like, yes, if you buy like a PS5, you're gonna have to buy games off of the
There's people that
PlayStation
buy it
Store.
just for FIFA
but
kind of stuff. There are a lot of people that buy a console and play 1 or 2 games on it.
that's true.
Yeah, I bought a
But that's my
PS4
whole
at one
thing
point.
about like, do you think, maybe that's why they're not pricing it, like they're not subsidizing it because
I don't.
they can't guarantee that
I
from
don't
this
think
purchase
so.
people will buy more.
I don't think so. And truth be told, even if not every single Steam machine owner buys, Valve can still subsidize a Steam machine. They still
They
make a
should.
shitload of
As a
money off of
long game, they
everyone.
should.
They really should have
I
subsidized
want to
the
know
Steam machine.
what
And
subsidized
they-
means in this case, because the cost is much lower than 500 to make these.
Oh, for sure. But what I'm
Well,
saying
yeah,
is
pay Valve
lowering
engineers.
the price so they're not making nearly as much profit as they would be selling it for a higher
Yeah,
price.
that's not subsidizing though.
But
and
making
That's
it more
like
competitive.
so. The 500, they'd still make a little profit, and they'd still have room for returns and bad units. It makes sense.
We don't even know that for certain because of the evolving RAM situation. To be honest,
There's a lot of factors that could be driving price up in ways we don't know 100%.
yeah, like the RAM situation is probably the worst we've
That's
ever
now,
seen.
and these units have guaranteed have already been built at this point if they're releasing Q1. So they're already setting on these
True,
machines.
but there's also other factors that come into this, like how much do you think tariffs
Oh, I
have
agree.
impacted?
I think that's
Yeah.
with tariffs.
So
though. I think
I
500 to 600 is with tariffs, in my opinion. This is a very
I think-
mid machine that is designed to be mass produced. It
It's
doesn't
true.
even have a USB 4 port in it. So
here's my thinking. I think we can all agree that Valve's main goal probably isn't to make money on each piece of hardware, but instead to spread Steam wherever they can. And the
that's
living
what they
room is
should
the
be doing.
one.
That should be the focus.
Yeah, and the living room is the one place they've yet to conquer because they failed like a decade ago.
I still think
Yeah,
they
so-
make a lot of money off these. The Steam Deck, the highest tiered Steam Deck, guaranteed makes them quite a bit of money. So because it's only a storage difference, and that storage does not cost that much more. So it's just like any other hardware company.
No, but like their entry level Steam Deck for $399.
I still don't think they don't make really anything. They kind of even out when it comes to like returns and everything. But yeah.
But that's what I think they should be doing. They should be closer to breaking even versus.
I agree with that.
They don't need to go into the red, but they should be. They should price it closer to breaking even instead.
I agree with that
for their
I agree.
hardware.
So here's another thing too. I don't think this is the Steam machine's biggest issue. I still think the Steam machine's biggest issue is the inability to play online multiplayer for specific big titles. And let me be clear, not everyone does play these sorts of online games. But, I see a lot of comments in my videos and like some other people saying, "Oh, like they see that it can't play like Destiny 2, like, oh, you already sold me the machine, you don't have to sell me more," as if like that's a good thing. No, it's objectively a bad thing that the Steam OS can't play these sorts of big games.
Mm-hmm.
The big question though is Valve can't remedy. It seems like Valve has done everything they could to remedy it. What more could be done besides, I guess, having more Linux machines?
Introducing their own
Are you
anti-cheat
talking about
system.
like them trying to convince like EA and Microsoft or Activision to get rid of like kernel level anti-cheat and make it compatible with Linux?
Well, they don't have to get rid of it.
I guess that's true, but
Mecha
they just have
Break,
to make it
yeah, they just
compatible.
have to make it compatible. Like Mecha Break is an interesting one because that doesn't work on Linux except for the Steam machine. They
You
made,
mean
I mean, the
Steam Deck?
Steam Deck, yes.
Oh.
I don't know exactly the details of how they whitelisted it, but it's on like some sort of whitelist.
No, I'm sure there are ways that companies could get around some of these. Like I've been it's been a little bit weird with like the new requirements for a lot of these games, like Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7 needing secure boot enabled. Like
Yeah.
it's been a little bit annoying to have to jump through all these hoops to just play a game online. I get that they want to combat cheaters, but at the same time it's just a little bit too much. Um
Not to mention, I don't really think it's working because cheaters will just hear me out. It sounds kind of stupid, but cheaters when they get banned from like a paid $60 or $70 video game, they just buy another copy and they go back in. Like it's the dumbest like sounding thing possible. And I've seen
Oh,
it
it's
happen.
big
the
problem
thing
still.
the thing is I think what Valve is hoping for is they sell more Steam machines, they sell more Steam Decks, they show Linux growing as an operating system that people will choose, and I really do hope that more people choose Linux moving forward. I don't like the discussion that or the direction that Microsoft is going in with like trying to integrate Copilot and AI into
Ugh.
the operating system as much as they are. Um, so hopefully, Linux will continue to grow. And I think they want to use that as like a bargaining chip, being like, hey, you guys should support Linux.
I think so too. I mean, Valve can't provide any direct incentives. I don't believe they can because could be seen as an
I don't think
anti-monopolistic
they should
move.
have to.
They shouldn't have to either. But I have seen people saying that Valve should do
No, I think
something,
they could make some
and like
deals.
Valve
I think
can't
they
do
could do
anything.
something more. They really, because this is their biggest problem that they have to overcome. I definitely think that they could either come up with the solution themselves that, hey, this is if you want to do anti-cheat with our system, we've integrated some software, or everyone loves AI. This is actually a good case for AI for cheat detection. So they could also do that. But these companies go after the cheapest solution, and in this case, it's
Mhm.
it's easy anti-cheat. It's not great. No,
Windows.
it's not Windows. It's the anti-cheat
Oh,
software that they get
gotcha.
is not great. Yeah,
Like easy
they're
anti-cheat.
very cheap.
That,
It should be more like cheap anti-cheat solutions. So
mhm.
All right. So I think the Steam machine will still be a success though. At like even at like 600, like
Yeah.
even at like $700. But we shall see. Hopefully,
I don't
Valve
think it would
gives.
be as much a success if it's that high. I think it would be better, like I said, if they were breaking even and they were going further down in price, or even if they were making just a little bit of profit, not an insane amount. I think it would be better for them, like especially because, like you said, the goal should be that they want to spread Steam across more households,
All
and
right.
this would definitely do it and make it uh, a very competitive price to consoles that are out right now.
All
Like,
right. Now,
espe-
hear me out though. Should it be $500 with or without a Steam controller?
yeah,
without,
I agree with that.
I would say 550 with a Steam
Yeah.
controller.
All right. And I could also see the value proposition skewing a little further should they have a packing title. Let's say, for example, Half-Life 3.
Nope, they're not going to do that. You're that is just hope right there. No, didn't they say they're not going to be packaging a game or like having a new game coming with like the Steam
They
frame or
say
Steam
that stuff
machine?
all the time. Who knows what they really mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but maybe
I
they
mean,
just
there
didn't
was
want to
the
reveal
Index
how.
and Half-Life
Yeah.
Alex. They did
Yeah, but they
that,
didn't
so I
want to.
feel like
Yeah,
they would be upfront and say that they might package it with
Or
something.
they want to be sneaky
If
about it.
Aperture Desktop, Aperture Desk Job
that's
2.
something they could do.
Yeah, the real new Valve game, Aperture Desktop Job 2.
I would buy it just for that.
All right, but real talk though. one more question. Would you buy a limited edition Steam machine
Yeah.
if it were an orange box? Kind of like, the orange box.
Look, I am skewed, like I am biased. I would buy anything that Valve makes. So I'm not a good consumer to ask. But yes, I would.
All right, fair
Yeah.
enough. All right.
Same.
What about you, James?
Easily
I
I would
probably
buy it.
would.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
probably
Oh,
buy
yeah.
it too, to be honest. But let's talk about the crisis that threatens to swallow not just PC gaming, but also console gaming and basically anything that's computerized. RAM
Gotta love
pricing.
these kinds of stories. I love data centers and AI.
So it's gotten to the point where apparently, rumor has it, AMD and Nvidia want to kill budget GPUs altogether.
Why is that? I don't know too much about this, but I'm curious. Uh, is it because the price of RAM is going up so high that by axing older GPU models, they can, focus their budget on the newer models?
Well, not older models, but budget models. Like think like the
Mm,
5060 down.
because it's not going to really be budget at the end of the day if RAM prices keep going up.
Yes, and I believe
Gotcha.
RAM is disproportionately more pricey for these compared to say a 5090. Believe it or
Hmm.
not. So that's the idea. I believe Nvidia wants an AMD. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't mean that we'll see a cheaper 5070 below, though. I don't think that's going to
No,
happen.
no, it sounds more like in this case it would just be getting rid of budget models, not changing price model.
Which sucks too, because this will price out so many people out of PC gaming as a whole. It really
Unless they
will.
buy like the pre-made PCs like the Steam
Yeah,
machine.
I don't know if it's going to affect as many people. If you're going to build a computer, you're usually going to go for like a 60 or 70, like a 50, 60 or 70 kind of level. If I could see them getting rid of the 50 50, I think there's a 50 50, isn't there? Or is there a 40 50 that I'm only thinking of? But
There's like sometimes there's 50-50, sometimes there's like a 30-30 too. And honestly, those are
yeah,
basically e-waste, to be honest.
Yeah. The budget GPUs, it really depends on how high they go. Or like which ones they're going to axe. I don't think they should axe like the
yeah,
60s. But
I
I
don't
can
think so
understand
either.
50s and below, but hopefully like the 60s stay. Isn't the 3060 the most popular GPU right now based on Valve's hardware survey?
probably.
Yeah,
The 3060.
3060, yes.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing too. The 3060 has 12 gigs of VRAM, whereas the
Hmm.
40 and 5060s have 8 gigs of VRAM.
Well, that's probably why the 3060 has is a little bit is the most popular right now. I bought a 4080 when I was in Japan for the Tokyo Game Show. So, and before that I had a 3080, so I haven't really gone lower to like the 60 tiers, but
You son of a
uh,
bitch. I was looking to do that exact same thing on my trip to Japan, but then I couldn't
yeah,
find a good deal.
I found a great deal.
How much did it cost you?
It cost me, I think at the end of the day it was like $500.
$500 for a 4080?
It was a
That
good
is a good
deal.
deal.
Oh my god. That is a good deal.
Yeah. That's why I did it. I gave in. I was like, nope, I have to do this. So I did.
All right. So,
But then I fell down the rabbit hole and I got new RAM and new fans and a new case and
oh, it's a
everything.
good thing you did all that before the RAM crisis.
Yeah, I'm happy. I upgraded the RAM. I think I was at DDR4 RAM and then I went up to DDR5 5600. So it was a nice little increase.
Yes. I will say that. Look how big that Radeon card is.
Yeah, it's beefy.
Compared to size of some things here. So, have you ever heard of the finger pinching conspiracy theory in
Not one
Korea?
bit.
So basically, it centers around this one little gesture emoji.
Okay.
It's this idea that guys in South Korea claim that characters are like doing this to actively mock their little members, so to speak. And here's one very recent example that was recently censored. Uh, So she has her hand like open like this as to open up her like shoot her rocket fist. But there's this little like symbol right
Yeah,
here.
no, I
You
get
guys
that,
can't.
but
Oh, sorry. For the audio viewers, you should probably watch the video for this portion so that you get what we're saying.
you're gonna want to see the video for this portion.
Yes. But essentially, it's like the finger pinching where like you're showing like a little tiny thing. And it's not just like fairly like I wouldn't say this is even that, but you can see it, right? But even cases like
Yeah.
this is Maple Story, where she's not even doing that. She has her hands, clasped because she's praying. And they're saying she's doing the same thing here too.
I think people are just a little bit too sensitive. Like this, like the whole like I can understand why some people might be a little bit not nervous but sensitive about it, but this is such a I feel like this is a very common I guess hand gesture when you say something in general is tiny or like just a little bit.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Like I don't know. I feel like taking it that far, yeah, you could use any sort of gesture for anything. You could spin it. Just because some people spin it that way doesn't mean you should,
Yeah, it's kind of like how
censor it
some
for
people used
everyone.
to say that the OK symbol was like a white supremacy symbol. It's ridiculous.
Like anyone can make anything into whatever they want to, and it's just I don't know if we should be making huge decisions or blanket decisions based on that when some of these gestures are very common and have been used in many different ways before this happens.
And it's not even like they intentionally did it here. It's just
Yeah.
her, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest. But they did change it. Now her fist is closed.
Which is fine. Like it's it doesn't change the overall quality. It's just should they have had to do that? I personally don't think so.
There was also
Okay.
this happened with Goddess of Victory Nike as well, where like they edited the hands to be less like this. I don't.
I think
Wait,
what is
I
I
don't
going
think
understand.
on?
I don't understand that one. What's
people
going on
are
with the
too
hands? How
online.
does
I think
that
Kotaku
mean?
is too online. This is a Kotaku anyways articles, so
Yeah, it's Koreans. So
It's just a
basically, their
little
hands
bit
are
like I just
far.
don't understand.
So the fingers here are far enough apart to where Koreans are assuming that they're insinuating that they have small wieners, so to speak.
How?
Man,
I
I
don't
don't
see
fucking know
I
how.
think they
I'm
need to
not
go touch
Korean.
grass. I don't know if we. This is probably a
So
small
as you
amount
can
of
see
people.
here, though,
Not saying all of Koreans, but like just a small amount of people that are getting upset about this, and it's
and
yeah.
as you can see here, they edited the hands to be less close together. Or wait, I don't know which ones they added and which one's the original, to be honest.
It'd be so funny if they just took it to a whole new level and they actually made the hands like giant and they spaced the fingers out so much and they're like, all right, what do you guys think now?
The crab hand gesture. And
Like
there's a
I think that would be so much funnier. Like they change like instead of the finger pinching, they instead just make the hand like massive
so
just to see what their reaction's gonna be.
I
Do
did
the
go into
polar opposite.
so I did go into the rabbit hole here. And from what I understand, it seems like there's a gender war South Korea that's unlike anything else we have in the States, which is kind of crazy to think about. But
Well, that's fun.
I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not Korean.
Hmm.
But yeah. Uh, and I think the last regular topic we should talk about is the Zelda movie. Have you guys seen the official set photos for Zelda?
Uh the ones that like Nintendo reposted with the actors, yeah.
Yes. Have you? Yes. These
Yeah.
look good. Look at that. He looks like Link.
Honestly, they chose great actors. I still think Hunter Schafer would have been great as Zelda, but I think the actors they chose are very good still.
Yeah, I saw that discourse about Hunter Schafer being Zelda, but like,
I
do we
think she
even
would have
know
made a
if
great Zelda.
she would have been maybe, but like, do we even know she even likes Zelda?
Mm,
There's a good
I
chance
mean,
that
you
maybe
don't
they
have to.
offered.
These are actors. You don't have to cast like fans of the games in acting roles. Like it's nice. and that helps promote the game because the actors can then talk a lot about the source material. But I wouldn't say it's a requirement, or it shouldn't be.
I think it's great that they cast unknowns in this role.
I
In these
do like
roles.
that though.
Yeah.
I do like seeing unknown actors, which is why I'm not really like. Yes, I think Hunter Schafer would have been great, but I'm definitely not upset about the ones that they chose as well. I love seeing unknowns come in and show their chops.
Yes. So this is Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, and this is Bo Bragason. Word has it Mark Hamill's supposed to be in the movie as the King of Hyrule.
Oh God, that would be so
Yeah.
great.
But I
I
don't
know
think
I
we
just
have.
went on about unknown actors being cast in these,
But
man,
these
I'd
are
like
main
Mark Hamill.
characters kind of thing, and I think that's important. I agree with you. I think unknown,
That's true.
or because when you cast big time people in games, in game movies like this, it really throws you off. Like, at least it's not Jack Black as Link.
Jack Black in every Nintendo
Jack
movie.
Black, dude, fucking Chris Pratt.
Uh,
Hey, man,
Oh my
it's either Chris Pratt or
God.
Tom Holland as Link,
yeah,
you know?
Like I'd
Because
rather.
Sony's producing the movie.
I still cannot see Chris Pratt's voice with Mario. Even watching the movie, it doesn't
it's better than
feel
I
like
thought it
Mario to
was.
me.
It's not horrible, but it didn't help that I thought the movie was good though.
It's
So
still the movie
yeah,
was very good, and I personally I like Charlie Day as Luigi.
I
I think
agree
that
with
was
that.
a great
It's
decision.
much better.
But I think Charlie Day as Luigi was a better decision than Chris
Agreed.
Pratt as Mario.
Dude, Charlie Day is awesome, man. They should have had
Yeah.
the whole cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They should have had Glenn Howerton as
The
Mario.
entire cast play
That would
the
be pretty good,
Mario
actually.
cast. Now
Yeah,
that I would
Glenn
watch that.
Howerton as Mario would be kind of sick, actually.
No, I'm actually excited to see what they're gonna do with the Zelda movie. It looks like it looks interesting, and it makes me think of Breath of the Wild. I see some influence in like Zelda's dress because
Oh yeah,
it's a
definitely.
similar-ish color, but the Link reminds me more of Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah, this shot here is definitely Twilight Princess coded.
Yeah. So I'm
All
going to be
he
very interested to see what they're going to do exactly because I doubt they're doing any direct adaptations of the games.
well, what Link really needs is a hat. He needs a hat,
Mm,
to be honest.
I don't know. I don't think the hat is iconic, absolutely, but I don't think the hat really makes or breaks it.
He could have a hat.
Like again,
one point.
look at Breath of the Wild. Like most of Breath of the Wild, he doesn't start off with a hat.
Yeah, but this isn't Breath of the Wild Link. He looks like Twilight Princess Link. In Twilight Princess
Yeah, but
Link
Zelda
still
also
has
looks
the
like
hat.
Breath of the Wild Zelda. I don't think they're following any. That's why I'm saying I don't think they're following any specific game adaptation. I think they're kind of going their own route.
I still think he should have the hat though.
I'm sure he'll have a hat at some point, but I'm not like devastated to not see him in a hat.
All right. Now let's talk about casting. Who do you think they'll cast as Ganon? Do you think they'll
Ganondorf?
cast another unknown or like yeah, Ganondorf?
Mm, I mean, I could see them going either way for this. If we're talking about roles that should go to unknowns, I think Zelda and Link were definitely should go to unknowns. But I think for others, like you know, like you mentioned, Mark Hamill getting in there, I think that's okay.
Now
Just
I think
not for
the
like
now
the
I think the
main
Mark
character.
Hamill thing is just a rumor. I don't know for certain.
It's more of a hope to me now. I would like to see it. But
Mm,
Ganondorf, hmm, that's a good
mm.
question.
What about The Rock? As
No, God, no. I don't want to see
I can
that.
see James like face
Yeah,
falling right
no, not
now
The
because I
Rock.
said
I'm
The
tired of
Rock.
The Rock. I'd
Yeah,
rather
of
see
course not
Jack
The
Black
Rock.
than The Rock. I think at least I'd be
Yeah,
entertained.
Jack Black as
I
Ganon,
could see Jack Black as Ganon.
or maybe Jack Black as like the Deku tree.
Okay,
All right.
That one would just be funny. Trying to imagine Jack Black as the tree. But for Ganon, I'm trying to think someone who could like really capture Ganon though, and that's what makes it tough.
Well, Sony is producing this movie, so it's probably going to be Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland will be Ganondorf.
I'm surprised they didn't cast Tom Holland as Link.
No, that would have been weird.
That would have been hilarious though, and the
I
internet
I
would
would I would have been upset at Tom
I
Holland
would
playing
have
as Link.
honestly, I would have checked out of the movie if Tom Holland was playing
Yeah.
Link.
I would
Tom
I
Holland
would
and Zendaya.
okay. Maybe I would watch that just purely because I like their chemistry.
But yeah,
But
I mean the Zelda movie is very exciting.
yeah,
And I'm sure they're gonna show off a real trailer during the Game Awards.
I
It's
could
like
see
the
that.
perfect opportunity to do so.
Mhm.
Agreed.
And if it's good, it'll probably win best adaptation.
Actually, I don't know if they'll show off a trailer just yet. I see on there it's May 7th, 2027 release. That would be kind of early to show a trailer.
Maybe like a little teaser, though, just to
A
remind
teaser
people.
maybe, but I think for a full trailer that'll probably be like the middle of next year.
We shall see. But
Mm.
Zelda's awesome. Zelda's pretty cool. I think it was a good choice to make Zelda a live action movie. Now, some would say
I'm
they would have rather seen, you know, an animated Zelda movie.
No, I think for Zelda it makes more sense to do live action. There's something about it that feels different from like Mario, for instance, where it feels like it fits for real. I feel like Zelda is more grounded or based on like more realistic scenery and situations versus Mario.
Makes sense. I get the cut of your jib.
Yeah, just purely comparing the two. I'm not saying Zelda is realistic, but if you're talking about which one is more realistic, I would say Zelda.
Now, what about a Zelda anime? I think that'd be kind of sick. There are
Oh, that could
official
work.
Zelda mangas that exist for like adaptations of
Yeah,
various
I
games.
think Zelda anime could work.
Yeah, like I don't want to say Studio Ghibli style anime, but like
No,
no, certainly someone would make someone in Japan, a studio in Japan would definitely do Zelda justice for
for
sure.
sure, for sure.
Now for the big question though, when can I see more of this movie? Because I honestly am pretty excited for the movie now. I hope it doesn't suck.
I'm sure it'll do well. I have a good feeling. I think Nintendo's onto something with their movies. I think they really crushed it with the Mario movie and uh, Detective Pikachu, and I think they're continuing that.
So apparently, there were leaks from set featuring Impa, and apparently the actress in question was Daichin Lackman, or did I pronounce it right? Miss Casey from Severance.
I don't know. I have not seen Severance yet.
It's so good.
I know. I've heard such great things.
All right. I wonder who's directing. All right, whatever. Enough about the
We'll
Zelda
know more
movie.
soon. High techs.
We'll know
We'll
more
be
about it
covering this, I'm
soon.
sure, multiple times.
Yeah. Yes, and thank you for checking out Off the Console this week. Always, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching it and joining us. And thanks for joining us, Noah.
It's my pleasure.
All
Whenever
right.
Gardner's not here.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll stick around for us at next time. And also, we're gonna have a special live stream of the Game Awards on the day of the Game
Yes.
Awards. I believe it's on a Thursday, though. Let me see. I think it's the 11th of December, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was the 12th. Am I wrong?
No, it says 11th right here.
Well, then I'm wrong.
Well, you also like live a couple hours ahead, so
Yeah,
it could be the 12th your time.
just like 14 hours ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's probably the 12th your time, but the 11th our
it's
time.
definitely the 12th my time. Yeah.
All right, so yes.
So with that being said,
All right, so
later. Peace out. See you guys then.
peace out. See you
Later.
guys then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.